Hi, so this is a review of my Adventra boots. Now the name I had never heard before, but the boots look the part and also have the right features of a light duty boot. So I went ahead and bought these, and this is my review, initial review of the same. Side profile, rear, again side, and front. So these boots, although I've never heard of these before, but they do look the part. They have the right height, they have the right color, they have the right materials and also the right features. So I'll quickly go over the boot. The boot has a rubber outsole. It has got decent grip. However, in these gaps in the lugs, I find that small pebbles do get stuck. But apart from that, it's a decent lug design and has good grip both for the indoors and outdoors. You will notice that the lug pattern at the bottom is all flat. So indoors also it gives decent friction. From the side you can see it does have a little bit of a heel, which is always good for climbing ladders. The second layer of the sole is EVA. This is soft EVA. All this is soft EVA. And so that makes these boots quite comfortable and quite cushiony. Also on the inside it does have an insole also, which is again EVA. So overall the boot is quite soft. This is the only place where I feel that because it is so soft, there might be a problem with longevity. But that we'll see over the duration of ownership that I have with these boots. Now coming on to the upper is all synthetic. It does look like, some of it does look like leather, but it's all PU leather or synthetic leather. The rear is all rubberized and the front toe portion is also rubberized. Then this synthetic cloth in the toe area is actually quite strong. It doesn't have that soft feel to it. So it does feel like it will take some abuse. The rest of the chassis of the boot is this again synthetic leather with synthetic cloth on the inside, and this is also synthetic leather. It does have vents on the sides. However, these vents I'm not very sure if they'll work or not, because the boot does have Gore-Tex kind of, it doesn't exactly claim to have Gore-Tex, but it does say it is waterproof. So on the inside is this grey cloth which is waterproof, and I'm sure it's a copy of Gore-Tex if it is not Gore-Tex. So this waterproof cloth is to this height and these vents are below it, so I do not think that these vents actually function. However, these vents do function, and on the inside it has this soft cushion for some air to get circulated. Similarly in the tongue area also. Now coming on to the eyelets are metallic eyelets till here. Then this is a cloth loop on both sides, cloth loop, and then these are these metallic hooks on top. So like I do with all my other boots which have metallic hooks, I've used these boots before, so I've tied the laces to my fitting, and then thereafter I just quickly put the laces through the loops and the boot is ready, or I am ready with the boots. So as of now, I find that the boots are quite soft. They're very comfortable. They're more like sport shoes, good for running. The longevity of the boot, I am yet to find out. But from the looks of it and from the features of it, these do look like very decently made and with the right feature boots. So these are good for light duties. Because they have Gore-Tex, I'm sure they will not breathe very well. That is always a trade-off with Gore-Tex. But then these boots are light, and so I'm sure they will still be better than leather boots. The upper part of the boot, that is the area which is starting from here up till your calf muscle, is also rigid, which is always good, because a lot of other expensive boots also I find that this upper area, they will not put any stiff materials inside, it becomes very flexible, but then all the weight of the boot comes to the heel. But here, as it is, the boots are light and this area is also stiff, so it feels like it will give decent support also. Am I happy with my purchase? Yes, I'm happy with my purchase. I will post a review after extended use also. Thank you.